Hey, what's going on, everybody? What's going on, everybody in the world of Tekken? We are the Blackistani Chronicles. We got Mr. Tooney to the right side, upside, left side, and we got my buddy David Onibakuman, left, right, up, and center. And we have a very special guest. The one, the only, the frame of the JustFrameJames, ladies and gentlemen, everybody.
Yay.
How's it going, guys?
Yeah.
Hey, how's everyone doing?
Yes. We had to do some logistics, some time travel, and we were able to get this nice young man to come up and talk to us about some Tekken. Hell yeah.
Yeah, young man.
Yeah, this young man, this young boy,
Young man, old guy.
Yo,
I can't keep up with these young guys, man. My reactions are slow.
Yo, it's a problem. It's a problem. So how you guys been? What's going on with you guys? Checking.
Good.
What's been crack-a-lacking? Yeah, I said crack-a-lacking in 2024.
Lydia.
Yeah, I don't know. Just extra hyped after going to Evo, and excited that Lydia's out because I used to play Lydia in Tekken 6, and so I picked her up again. More to learn how to beat her.
You Tekken
Yeah,
7?
Tekken 7, yeah. So I played her in Tekken 7, and now I'm playing her in this game just to learn her.
Okay.
But she's really fun, so I might keep her as a main. So me and Toonie have been playing her like nonstop.
Nice. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Damn nice. As far as how do you feel she fits in the roster at this point? I know. Do you think she fills a specific void, or maybe it's too soon to say?
She definitely fills a void, and I say that with me and Toonie were talking about this. I think earlier today, was she breaks armor when she's in heat. Her dashing moves break armor, so it's like you can't. What is it? Heat smash? Heat engager? No, you can't do heat smash, right?
Heat burst.
You can't do heat burst. Thank you.
Yeah.
You can't do heat burst. You can't do heat burst. You can't do power crush. You can't do reversals. It just kills it. So it's I think that's unique because not a lot of, I mean, some characters have that, but they're the moves the moves that you're going to use to do that, they're not very, at least for my experience, I have Kuma and I have to do a charged move to do that, you know? It's not very like a quick dashing attack. So it's, I think she does feel a void. Her combos are very interesting, weird combo routes. She does high damage. I think it's almost as high as Kuma's, maybe not quite. But I think she's definitely unique.
Yeah, she definitely. I don't know. From I'm an enjoyer now, right? I'm not like as competitive anymore as I used to be, and you guys are a lot more in the tournament scene these days, and you and Toonie especially. Mark and I are kind of chilling a little more these days, or a little more online. But I mean, Mark has just went to Evo, so he's like years ahead of me in that regard. To me, she seems like sketch. I mean, that seems like a really big plate of stuff you got to deal with. I mean, you have the 442, you have the Hell Sweep stuff, you have all the stuff you just described. I mean, there's just an insane amount of... do you think she's going to flip over the, 6 of them in top 6 kind of thing? Or, I don't know.
I think so. I think you're going to see a bunch of top players play her at a high level, and then she's going to get nerfed. As, most download code characters do, right?
Yeah.
I feel like that's going to probably happen. Just her tools are really strong. Like, the life regain is really, really cool. Her attacks get powered up. Her heat mechanic is a reversal, but then it gives you access to an unblockable that's... You can kind of fuzzy it, but then, under pressure, you're not going to fuzzy that 100%,
Yeah.
So it's hard to say for sure. I mean, I know she still kind of has her lacking. She lacks tracking still in some ways, where she did in 7. So she still lacks that. But in this game, tracking's whatever. You can realign. You have homing moves that you can commit to. It's the typical Tekken stuff, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I the last few times I've played against Lydia, I played Anakin's and I played MYK's. And
oh, nice.
and it seemed a lot of it was like more or less you have to sidestep right a lot, or sidestep left. I'm sorry, you have to sidestep left a lot of her charge up kind of moves. Even her big that move you can sidestep it as well too, if you're preemptively doing it. But she also has that mid that can kind of clip you. I mean, for me, like, it just seems like it's a pressing session, pretty much.
Yeah.
Once you kind of gets you into it, you're done.
Yeah.
You know, which is fine. I mean, I was looking up some stuff on YouTube, and apparently, Al's already playing her. There was like a tournament called FV Major, I believe, yesterday.
Yeah, James was just talking about that.
Yeah.
Did they
And
do?
it was like they do, yeah.
Mhm.
And it was the John versus Al, and I didn't really get to see the matchup, but it looked pretty difficult, I'll just say.
Yeah, that's exactly. Yeah, I was mentioning that to Toonie or someone, but yeah, the Al was putting in work with her. Her back one is obnoxious. You know, +2 heat engager, good
Mid.
range. I think it's the one of the few moves that I think tracks to her right. If I'm correct, I could be wrong because
No, it doesn't, but you can realign it really easily.
Okay, you were hitting me with it, Toonie, which is why I was saying that, because I was like intentionally trying to sidestep it, and I was getting clipped by it, and I was getting really pissed off. I was like, what?
Yeah.
That's
so cheap.
right? It's a
No, it's a mid.
No, it's a mid.
It's a
mid.
mid. Wait,
mid,
mid.
yep.
no, hold on.
Mid.
Okay, I need.
So what I was doing to James last night is like, since it's +2, right? I was like, oh yeah, he's gonna mash on this. So I'll just jab check him right after it, and then if he tries to do anything else, I'll just do it again, jab check, do it again, and then I'd mix it up with the low, and I'd do it again, mix it up with the low again.
That's obnoxious. That's ridiculous.
It was that move. I think that was getting nerfed.
Yeah, I think between that and down 2, you can just win matches with that. Just down 2 and back 1. That's all you need. That's what I'm seeing some of the top players do. They're just spamming those 2 moves.
Mm-hmm.
Damn. Do you remember when I remember a day when I was like, dude, a -5 back 2 from Kazumi is insane. Or like a -8 or whatever it became. I was just thinking like, holy shit, that's like the cream of the crop move. That does everything. And now Lydia is just like, fuck you guys, back 2. You know, like +2 and we'll call it good. Wow.
Exactly. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's how Tekken is. You're right. Tekken's evolved that way, right? Where like every character has some kind of plus heavy move now. I remember back in the day, I would be like, oh, I'm Law. I have forward 1+2. No one has a move like that. No one has Dragon Hammer into plus frames. Now every character does. Like every character, they have. Even Yoshi does. Yoshi did.
Yeah.
Yoshi didn't have moves like that in the past. Now he does.
Yeah, Yoshi wasn't really known for having like plus frames on block, right? Like
Right.
that was, like,
yeah.
his whole
Now he's got the
right?
Now he's got this running 3 that gives him helicopter stance mix-ups on block. Like it's kind of crazy. I'm not used to that. So.
Yeah. Well, we the 3 of us, obviously besides David, came back from Evo. How was your guys' experience?
James.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Go on.
It was cool. I got to see. It was interesting in the fact that there were so many people there. I'm used to it being at like Mandalay Bay and a couple other places. The fact that it was at the convention center, Tekken was all in one area, but there were so many people. Like I couldn't count how many stations there were for pools. Like it was all the way to the back of the wall.
There was 1,000. Or for are you talking about for Tekken or just for like all the games?
Yeah,
just
Tekken
on
I think
on
that
the
was
first day.
200 or like.
Wow.
Yeah,
I think there was like 200, almost 300 stations just for Tekken.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like trying to walk to all the different stations of like, where's the top players at? There were so many stations where like I didn't recognize anyone. I was like, what? There's no one here. There's no one here. There's no one here. I just kind of gave up and I stayed by the stream station at that point. I was just like, okay, well maybe I'll run into somebody I know eventually. It was, and the funny thing is you can go through the entire event without running into a single person Like I was like, oh, Jimmy J Trans here? What the hell? I didn't see him all weekend. Or there's people I didn't even know were there. that were really good, or just
Project
players that
Runaway
people
was
I've
there
known.
too. I didn't even know he was there either.
I still didn't know he was there. You just brought that to
Yeah.
my attention. It's insane.
Wow.
So yeah, so it was a blast. It was quite different than what I'm used to. I never seen so many stations before. I think the whole Chipotle thing, where they give you a reward for making out of pools, was kind of neat. And then they give you like items every time you progress, so that was kind of neat. The station, the setups. I know some people are complaining about lag. I don't feel like there was lag. You know, I play on PlayStation at home on an old BenQ monitor. To me, it's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Other than that, it was great. You know, I was surprised at how many players are in the long style.
Yeah.
I didn't expect to see so many jerseys of the long style people. I was like, whoa, you're in long style? You're long style? What is this long style? There's so many long style players, you know, and they're all from like, you know, a lot of them are from the Seattle area, and then there's some that are not. So that was kind of
Yeah,
cool
I was
getting to know those
staying with
guys.
them over the weekend too. It was fun. There was like 15 of us at the Airbnb.
Dang.
Wow.
I slept on the couch. Shit was sick.
That's sick, dude.
Nice.
Yeah, that's
Hell
the best.
yeah.
That's the best type of experience. I mean, when you just have like a bunch of people, there's like 7 people on the ground next to you. You have no idea like who that guy is. It's like, yeah, that's when it gets hype, you know. Just hopping from room to room, suite to suite. Well, so like, because traditionally Evo would have that culture of go to a suite, and that's kind of where you get your casuals. Because in the past, there really weren't anywhere to get. I mean, I was in 2018, 17, or 19 era, but one of those times. And it seemed like there wasn't much like accommodation for that. But dude, you just said like 200 damn setups for Tekken. That's insane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
It was crazy.
So how was your guys' experience?
Mine was pretty good. I was at Circus this year.
Oh,
But
you were just right across the street then.
yeah, man, you know, circa $430
Did
for
you
4
walk?
days. Yeah, man. Yeah.
I hope so.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it was 109 at 9:30 in the morning, but
Yeah.
that was all right. It wasn't too bad. But you know, for what it's worth, I had a really good time. I saw a lot of people that I haven't seen in years. It's been years since I've seen some Alaska guys, and they were all there chilling out. It was the first time I ever actually saw Toonie, ever in real
Yeah.
life, and it was fun. And it was funny because I didn't know where you were. And then I was like, oh, damn, that's Toonie. Oh, damn, that's Jake, man. Oh, damn, it's going down. I waddled my way over, you know, going and seeing you know, which was really, really cool. And then just seeing a lot of guys that I've played before in online and you know, meeting everybody. It was fun. I'll just say that I'm really hoping that Evo fixes a few things, but we'll kind of get to that in a little bit. But other than that, you know, it's Evo, man. You know, I'm looking forward to the next one. What
Yeah.
was your experience there, Tony?
Oh, it was great. I mean, definitely, this is like probably my best tournament run ever.
Yeah.
I'd say, like, I'm happy
Yeah.
that it was at a major, my
Yep.
second major ever. I'm glad that it was at a major, my best tourney run, because like, I mean, I don't know, I beat Jake Man and Ibo. And I'm just as, like, yeah, and like I'm just as proud as beating, or like when I beat Jake Man, like that was like obviously like a huge feat, right? But like I think like me also beating Ibo was like really big for me too, because last year I drowned in pools because my 2P side wasn't ready, and I just like obviously I wasn't ready for that Evo, and that was my first major and everything. So like I drowned in pools, and I was like really disappointed in myself. And like I wanted to like prove myself this year by getting my P2 ready, and I beat Ibo of all players on my P2 side, so I was really
Nice.
happy, because like that just showed that, like, you know, my P2 side like improved a lot.
That's sick. That guy's tight. That guy's a
Mhm.
homie. That guy's super chill.
Yeah, he's a homie. We were talking about you, David,
really?
about Elden Ring and stuff. Yeah, he was
Oh,
like,
shit.
he's like, yeah, I like watching David play my favorite game.
God. I feel
yeah,
like such a
I was
turd.
a
You
cool
guys
guy.
got so good at Tekken, and I'm just sitting here like playing other shit. I'm like, oh god, you're gonna come back and play
Hey.
me and just completely raffle stomp
Hey.
me.
What we do have to talk about though is Heihachi.
Oof,
Oh
Mm.
man.
Yeah.
man.
I wish I was in the arena for that reveal. I wish I was there. Lucky. I would
People
have lost it.
were.
I lost
Oh,
it, and I was watching it on Dragon Slayer's phone, or not Dragon Slayer's, on another Longstyle member's phone with
yeah.
Dragon Slayer right next to it, like right next to me. We were just watching off this guy's phone, and
It
then
was
it's just like
insane.
I was like losing my mind. I was like, oh my god! I was like, I wish I was in the fucking arena. And we were all just waiting in line, and then like people came up to us and like, yeah, sorry guys, like I'm not gonna lie to you guys, like you guys aren't getting in, like just straight up.
Damn.
Because the line was just that long, and like
Yeah.
the arena was just that full. Like they were just going up to people saying like, "Yeah, I don't want you to
So,
waste your Evo experience
Yeah.
waiting in line."
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, that was disappointing. But Heihachi, holy shit!
I really thought they weren't gonna bring him back this time.
You
He's
really thought
back.
that?
He's
I
back.
did for a
I knew
moment.
it.
I did.
I knew it from
He's
day
back.
one.
Yeah,
From
day
day
one.
one.
You no doubt in your mind, Tony.
No doubt in my
No-
mind
no
at all.
doubts?
That because that character is like from a business point of view, right? It's
Yeah.
perfect. It's perfect. You like you get everybody like itching for like a new character, right? Or like
Yeah.
for a returning character, or whatever. And there's a lot of people that love Heihachi, even if they don't play him, even if they don't play. Like Heihachi is like undeniably like probably the face of Tekken, right? So like. Even if you have someone that doesn't play Heihachi, they're still gonna buy him just because of the fact that it's Heihachi. And I like you just know that that's gonna make a lot of fucking money, like for people, right? So it's like the same thing with Armor King. It's like Armor King was obviously super duper popular in Tekken 7, right? Like he was the most paid for DLC out of everybody, right? And like, why do you think he's not in the base roster though? Because they're saving him for more money. They're trying to milk you
Exactly.
of money. They know you're gonna buy him.
That makes
If
more
he becomes
sense.
DLC
Yeah.
again.
Yeah.
Does
Yeah.
make more sense.
So why not do the same thing with Heihachi? And Heihachi's never ever missed a Tekken game either.
No.
That's the thing. He's been in every single Tekken game. So I don't think they're just gonna leave him out of this one.
It was
Right.
they gaslit so well though, dude. Like seriously, like they had me convinced, and I cried at the end of Tekken 7. I beat the campaign. I was like, holy shit, he's fucking dead. And then Harada and Murray are parading. They have the hat with the Heihachi tear and everything, dude. He was dead. He was dead this whole time, okay? And he came back. I'm like, it's like bittersweet because it's like they did so fucking well with the whole dead thing, and now he's just like, fuck it, guys. I came out of the volcano. It's tight. Let's go kill some people. I love it though.
And the glow up, like he looks younger.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's because of just the
There's a
video or
there's a
there's more
theory.
behind it.
There's a theory saying that he might have the devil gene.
Oh, that's true.
That's why he has the scar.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, he does have the scar at the end, huh?
He does.
And his daughter has the devil gene too, right? So
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So
It's all
was it
connected,
Kazumi?
man.
No.
So she
It
just
wouldn't
sort of
make
died.
sense.
She just sort of no reason. Like
the only way that Reina's mom can be Kazumi is if Kazumi hasn't died yet. Like if she hasn't died and like she's just been secretly alive somewhere. That's the only way.
But you got
Because
choked out though.
Yeah, exactly. The time, but the timeline does not make sense for Reina to be the daughter of Kazumi.
That's true. That's true.
yeah.
Michael will figure something out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or
So-
Harada, one of the two.
But
So
who
what
the
do you
next
think
character is though?
yeah.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I was gonna say. Oh, I was gonna go ahead. Go ahead. There's another character that was announced.
No. We got like how do you explain it? Like slight, like maybe like a slight description, like they said like it's a hint basically. It's like a hint of like the new character. They said something about the character description is like a hamster,
Yeah.
What?
and
Yeah,
it's like
yeah.
orange. It's like orange themed, right? And so obviously I'm thinking it's Bob.
If
I
it's
think
Bob,
Roger.
oh my lord.
That's a very beautiful.
You were
think
coming
Roger?
back, David.
You think it's Roger?
I don't know.
Mm.
If it's an animal, it's furry, kind of. I don't know if Roger's orange or not, but I mean, it might be a Roger. I don't know. I don't care for Roger.
I don't.
Yeah.
I think he
I
does
mean,
though.
every character that has been leaked or that has been shown, like each character has its own thing. So like, I forget what Heihachi's was, like what animal it was, but now we got to figure out what animal this next one is, and then from the animal probably comes like where the country is. If the country is, then that's where it might be at, I guess. But hey,
I don't know. I think it's Bob.
I think it's
would
Bob.
love it to be Bob, but I think it's Miguel.
I think it's
could be
Miguel.
Miguel,
I
too.
think it's Miguel. I don't know why. Wait, where did the hamster part come out though from? Like that's the. Or am I just high? I'm just high. Okay.
They
So-
said I don't know. Someone told me that like they explained that like all like the characters have like their own little theme, right? And like
Yeah.
for like the season plus like the color and theme, right? Or like in the animal,
Yeah.
I should say. So like Mark said, like we both forgot like what Heihachi's animal was. Well, like
Yeah.
the next animal in line is they said it's like a hamster or something.
Whoa.
And so I'm thinking it's Bob because you know he like curls up into a ball like a hamster ball and like you know
does.
does some shit. But like it could be Miguel too because like I mean Miguel's hair is like furry and shit. I guess.
Mhm.
That's a hell of a way to
That is
describe
true.
it.
Yeah.
So wait, is Shadow Slayer saying it's possibly Scorpion? Like there was some sort of
Scorpion.
Oh,
crossover
that is
talk.
true.
Like, cause there was some
Yeah.
sort of like Harada was tweeting some stuff about that before. About he's like, I'm like the ruler of Tekken. I'm not an NK or something weird like that. Did you guys hear about that?
No, I
No.
saw the tweet, but I didn't think much of it. I thought he was just like saying some shit just to like
Be weird.
I guess.
yeah, just to say it.
Yeah, that's a really weird thing. That's kind of a weird way to describe a character in Tekken, you know?
A
An
hamster.
animal. Yeah, a
Yeah.
hamster. Oh.
Bob is kind of hamster-like. I do like where you're going with this. I suck at Kazuya Tuni. I can't play like you, man. It's fucking hard. I just need my fucking shitty character.
You haven't
and
been
I'll be
playing
happy.
though.
What?
You haven't been playing though.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, Oni, you're super good, dude. Like, when we played online, like, yeah, I'd have trouble with you, dude.
Likewise, man.
No, I don't-
Dude, you're fucking good. You guys are all really good. Now I'm just like cruising. I don't think I really understand Tekken 8 quite yet. I think it's hard. I have in Tekken 7 brain, but yeah, you guys seem to have like adopted it pretty well. Because especially in your case, you got like the triple cream of the crop. Like Law got a lot of cool shit. Bear's got an insane amount of cool shit, and Yoshi got a lot of cool shit. So you're just like eating well.
But there's
in this
one
game.
of those characters. There's one of those characters he hasn't played, or he hasn't been playing. And that's
Nope,
Law
not Law. I haven't been playing Law.
Whoa.
at all.
Oh.
Yeah, he's too bland, you know? Like, the way I describe it to people is just like, I want to see, I like the slide transition from DSS, that's cool. That's it. That's all he got. Like, every move from a stance or back turn, there's nothing new. If
I
anything,
see.
back turn was weakened. He's got some new moves from standing forward, you know, like the jump kick, the power crush, a couple minor things here and there. The 1-1-1. I mean, he's really solid. He's really good. I can't complain about how good he is. He's just not. It's a new game. I want to see
Not fun.
new things. Yeah, like I want to see so you got Yoshi who does like that big ass sword. He goes, oh, or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know how to make the sound, but like, he's got that big ass sword. He's got new moves from his stances. He's got like Indian stance, new stuff. I just want to see new animations. I want to see new moves. It's just like Law's is kind of like the same thing. Yeah, he's got the one time he uses the nunchuck move, which is like the one move he uses the nunchuck, right? Like, okay, well maybe give him a second nunchuck move. I don't know. It's kind of weird to have your nunchucks for one specific move. You know? So
Yeah.
it's just kind of bland for me, and he's a good character. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I like his 4-3-1 a lot, but other than that, it's just kind of whack. Like Bear's got all kinds of new shit. They did take away a lot of Bear moves, but his heat mechanic is so much fun, and the fact that he has an electric, it makes up for it. It makes up for it. Like just it looks cool. I can't complain about that. You know. So I like those characters. Lydia's fun. She's quite different. I'm having fun with her. So yeah. That's but the characters are strong. That's for sure.
Yes.
That's for everyone wondering why James isn't using law.
Yeah.
There you go.
I don't
Because he
blame
wants
him.
to have fun, damn it, that's why.
Yeah.
He wants to
Yeah,
have
Pretty
fun.
sick.
Jeez.
I like the backturn
And-
stuff, man.
Yeah.
That was
And
like your whole
back turn
thing,
fun.
pretty much. Like,
Yeah.
I know that was like your favorite thing.
And then like the Moscow shit, dude, like the while standing 4 counter hit stuff. I spent so long trying to get it like a couple of times in my life, and then like, yep, fuck that, you know, just throw that shit away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
but yet
I'm good.
but yet, you know, they have Lydia over here with that quarter circle forward, 2-2, back forward, 1+2. You guys know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
the
They're like
weird
boost
thing.
park,
Yeah.
boost park.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Boost
got,
park.
you know, it's like, oh, I'm playing law, but I'm playing law on her, you know? So
Yeah.
it's like it's like that. Yeah, I don't like the fact that they made DSS easier. It is a lot of work, like you said, that they took away. Years of practice, you know.
Mm-hmm. That's like if they made Kazu's electric easier. I don't know how I'd feel.
Yeah.
I probably
Man.
wouldn't play.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, there is a trend to simplify things, and I guess this game is really selling the hell out of all of them, really. So something's working. Whatever they're doing, it's working, at least as far as a sales figure kind of chat. So maybe we're not supposed to be Moscow, or maybe it's like a shunned thing in society to use smelly Moscow, man. You gotta just fucking press down forward 1 instead, bitch, kind of thing. But no, I don't know. It's interesting. This Evo, the thing that's very interesting about Tekken is that every tournament that comes out, there becomes some sort of hype moment, some sort of huge thing that happens. Like, I mean, everyone remembers like the little Majin JDCR match of there. We've seen, I mean, you've had yourself countless matches where there was been like, holy fuck, you know, moments and everything. Like,
Yeah.
it's just, it's so cool. It brings back everyone into the hype. And I feel like this Evo kind of did a good job of that. I mean, to the point where I'm going to stop playing Elden Ring. And I don't know. It's in a good swing. How do you feel the direction of the game is with the current, like, or the latest patch that's happened and what they claim, and I guess with the inclusion of Lydia, excuse me.
I think, like, as far as like the games, like mechanically and stuff, I think it's going definitely in the right direction. 'Cause, I think obviously my biggest gripe with it before was like there's just too or like the offensive options are like just way too strong, and like Tekken needs to be like, you know, Tekken to where like you can actually like defend yourself and stuff. So like they've added more defensive options obviously to the game. You can sidestep heat burst, and you can sidestep command grabs, and there's just certain moves that can't be parried anymore, or is it the opposite way around? I think it's the other way around. There's more moves that heat burst can get parried now and stuff. Because like the heat burst thing was like a big problem, I'd say, because like that move was just like a neutral shutdown. Like you just like, oh, like yeah, like you're fucking pressuring me, like you're plus like 17. Here, let me heat burst real quick. Oh, now we're just reset the neutral real quick. Like it's just too convenient for people. It's just like, what the fuck? I worked so hard to get you into this situation, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh yeah, neutral's mine now. Like no one's in favor anymore.
It doesn't make sense that they nerfed like when the game came out, that they nerfed, like, well, maybe they didn't see how offensive the game was, like, to the extent, and that's why they're doing those changes that you just mentioned, right? But, like the parry startup being 5 frames, you can't reverse up kicks. know what I mean? You know how much I hate that when I play LoL? Like, when I tried playing LoL, I was like, this shit sucks. Like, the can setups where I could parry moves for years, you know? I cannot do just a basic, like, back forward LoL into parry. I can't parry a mid. I can't parry a 13 frame mid because of the frames now. So it's just like, well, that sucks, you know? So it's just, one of those things where, like, leave that small defensive stuff that you have a very small opportunity to do alone when you're faced with all this aggressiveness. You know, you don't have to change the few defensive tools that are in the game. But yeah.
Well, I think that's kind of the biggest thing is that I feel like with the defensive options I felt like there barely was any defensive options in the beginning of 8. And now we're getting to a point where we're piecemealing a defensive way of playing, but it's still not there. And I think once we get that package of offensive aggression versus defensive timing, then that'll create more options to be able to play the kind of the way that you want to play. And then you could be able to change however way you want to play with the character. That's how I'm looking at it right now. Because like for me, like I'm still trying to play very defensive, and I'm getting eaten up still. Because that's how my playstyle is. And I don't know if I need to just completely get rid of it, or just try to run my shit to the best of my ability.
Well, it's hard to know, right? Because it's a new game. Like, we don't know enough about the game yet.
Yeah.
Even though it has been as long as it has, right? I mean, we each have at least like hundreds of hours, or at least, right, on this game.
Yeah.
So, and even in that context, it's still like a baby, you know? Like, we really don't know what's happening here. Like, just play Yoshi. His defense is still good. There you go. There's a solution.
Yeah, boom.
There you go. That's what it almost said. I don't know.
I guess, yeah.
But I don't know. I feel like the whole thing with like Tekken, it's always like the big thing is Yomi, right? We always talk about how we have to like think of the decisions relative to like the past patterns or whatever. And really, that's what it does boil down to. But it's kind of difficult to go from like the rock paper scissors that existed in 7 and like adjust it to this. Obviously, some interactions are mostly the same, but like, I don't know. It's hard to have that context switch, I guess, because sometimes it makes sense to jab, and in most of other times it's like terrifying in this game. Like, it's really, I guess you just are forced a little more into the interaction in this game than ever before.
Yeah.
It's
there's 3 separate rock paper scissors games you have to play now. It's like before it was like, are they gonna rage art at the end of the round or not? Now it's like heat smash, heat burst, you know what I mean? Like, you have to think about all those things. Like, what are they gonna do now that they're in heat? Like, it's so much to think about. There's the characters that have the lows that like are super cheap. Like Lars is low that you can't react to in many situations. You just can't react to it. It's just legit 50-50, and you're gonna die if you don't guess right. That I kind of hate a little bit, but it's you get used to it, I guess.
Yeah. It speeds the round up considerably. I'm not gonna lie. Like, rounds are super quick in this game. It's just a blast each way.
Exactly. It's like now with Tekken rounds, it's like, oh man, we're playing, and it's like, oh, you got playing for 3 minutes. Now it's like, hey, guess what? One wrong move, asshole, and you're like, well, I guess I'm dead in 5 seconds. All right, cool. All right, next round. That's great. That's lovely. I love this game.
The crazy thing, though, there are some people that really thrive in that environment, and it's insane.
Yes.
Like, they're really scary. Like, dude, Shadow Slayer, every hell sweep hits me. It doesn't matter. I don't give a fuck. Like, I can try every time I try to fight him, which is not too often, but when I have, I think 9 out of 10 success rate on hell sweeps. Like, legitimately. And like, he's really thriving. He was good in 7 also, so it's like in previous games. And it's just some people have that intuition, I guess you call it. I don't know.
So I got a question about not a comment, a question comment about intuition. Do you think intuition, like, is playing fast the new norm in 8 now? Like, as literally as fast as you can. Like, when I see like a Tief and Nobi, like those guys are going so fast that I don't. I mean, obviously I don't understand because I'm not a pro player, but like I try to understand what they're doing and I still can't do it. But then I watch like a Tief who's fast as hell to an Arslan Ash, where he's still playing the poke game. He found the perfect poke character in Nina. So I can't see it unless I'm blind and I need to put glasses on. But it's very
that a T versus Nobi in top 6. That set was rough to watch. It was rough. Well, not because like I don't like any of the players. I love both players, obviously, but they were just like I went back and watched that fight over and over again, and I shit you not, I don't think there was a single time they held back. Like legit, like there was a single time. Like it was just non-stop offense, and I'm like, damn. I'm like I did not. I mean, I knew Dragunov was like supposed to be like a super aggressive character, but like the way they're playing it is like I feel like that's the way that's meant to Dragunov's meant to be played. I feel like.
Yeah. Speaking of like moving fast and everything, right?
Yeah.
It was I think DreamHack Dallas when I went out and I got to play with Arslan, a Tiff, and a few of the Pakistan players in their hotel room on the first night that I got there, and I got bodied by all of them. Right? I didn't stand a chance. Like, I'm just not on their level. Like, and you see their experience; it just shows, right? When I played, like, out of all of them, like even Arslan, out of all of them, I don't think anyone plays as fast as a Tiff. Period. And I couldn't figure out why or how he plays so fast. He's like 5 steps ahead of me. Like he's like doing dash, sidestep, dash, duck, and then like I didn't duck, but then he ducked again. Like he had time to do all of this before I even could react, and then he ducked again, and then did wall standing too. And I just naturally, it's like he knew my instinct after to see him duck twice was to duck, and then like he launched me. That's how fast he's playing, and how ahead of me he was. I was really trying hard. And I was like, how's this guy moving so fast that I feel like I can't do anything? And I was looking at him, and I always look at the way different people play. And the way what he was doing was, I feel like he has this stick on like maximum sensitivity or something, and he's like lightly tapping it, like very barely, right? And he's moving so fast. It's kind of like, I don't know if you guys ever see Joe Crush move. Yeah. He does like that shimmy back and forward. I'm trying to do it now. I've actually started doing, I don't know if Toonie you've noticed, but I've been doing like dash forward, back forward a lot. And the way Joe does is he has his he plays with the D-pad, but then he also uses the thumbstick at the same time. So he's using 2 directional. If you guys ever watch Joe Crush move, he shimmies a lot, but he does it super fast, and you can block really fast, surprisingly. So he uses the I don't know how he does it with just the left hand. I have to program the right thumbstick, which I started doing recently, the movement to the right thumbstick, and then I do like this. I use one hand for the buttons, this hand for the D-pad, and then I slide back and forth on both of them at the same time, and it allows me to shimmy really fast. Kind of similar to Joe Crush. I'm not as good as Joe Crush, but like these guys are like just ahead of the game in terms of movement. I don't know what else the Tiff is doing, but I feel like his stick is just like on maximum sensitivity, and he's barely moving his hand. They move so fast. It's just like
the only person I know that can like move as fast is David. David on the stick. His movement is fucking like.
Well, it's because of a cheap thing. The only reason that it looks faster and it is faster is because I know Saint does this shit too, where you do back and then directly to down, then back, but on a stick. And all you have to do is you do it less like there's less bias to the to left, but you do like the same like wave dash kind of motion or whatever, your back dash, and that shit's like really cheap. You put me on P2 and I have to do it like everyone else, and I'm like, you know, normal, right? Like I don't have anything special, but it's cheap and you can do that on P1 at least on a stick. But I don't know, maybe on pad it's like kind of easy to. Is it hard to like flip between sides and pad? I'm not really sure the muscle memory if it's any different.
So on the pad, so you're playing on here, right? Now, what? So I'm gonna tell you guys this. I was gonna like not tell anyone this, but so there's the D-pad. This is the movement. This is the stock movement, right? So when you see Joe Crush play, he's like doing this with his thumb, and then he's doing like both at the same time with like 2 fingers or 1 finger and slides it over to this. I don't know how the hell he does it, but he does it. And this was like a couple years ago. I saw him in a tournament. I was like, how's this guy move so fast? And I was watching his pad. And then I noticed he was doing that. I was like, man, that's so cheap. I gotta learn how to do that. But it annoyed me. I could not do it on here. Now, if you go into the PlayStation settings, you can swap this movement to this. So you can use, for me, I use my left index finger, this one, my thumb for the D-pad movement, and then I use this. So I have my fingers here, and then I tap forward, like I'm dashing forward with this, and then I tap like this at the same time. And so what it does is it just, yeah, and it just allows you to like move super fast back and forward, and then you can almost block at the same time.
Oh wow!
So I started implementing that because of Joe Crush, just because I feel like these guys are doing that. They're going back to forward neutral so fast that I can't keep up with them. I feel like and I see it in like when I play Thai too. When I play Thai, Joe Crush, a lot of those guys, I feel like they're in my face and then out of my face so fast that I feel like I can't press. And when I do press, I end up losing. So I'm like, how do I match their movement? And so I had to feel like I had to adapt. So I started using the analog stick, and that's as of coming back from Evo, I started doing that. So.
Whoa, that's insane.
Interesting.
I didn't. So apparently, Adobo, for some extra context on Joe, was like he used the analog for like the circle stuff and like geese, and for like it's way easier supposedly with the analog stick. Well, which makes complete sense, right? You just swerve it, right? That's insane.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. This is some. Toonie, you gotta get on this shit. You a hard pad guy. You too, Mark.
I know exactly. Shit, brother, I'm going metal. Oh shit.
Toonie's movement's really good, but I think if he added that on there too, it'll add like a layer that's just annoying. You know, that's really good.
Pretty cheap.
Yo,
I have to work on
layers.
Wow.
Layers.
Fuck, man, I gotta get a cross up.
Yep.
That's the only way to compete, man. Peter knew from the beginning. That's like the one, like, because I just
This
play
is
on
the prophecy.
stick. Yeah, it's just you know, it's cool and all, but you can't really do anything crazy on it outside of you know, what's allowed. That's cool. That's cool. I had no idea, because he just sort of like fidgets across the screen. Like, it doesn't even look like he's KBDing when he's doing that. That's crazy. I just thought he was like hella fast at it. I was like, wow, I suck. Damn.
I could show you guys real quick if you guys want a demonstration.
Oh, yeah, that'd be sick.
Oh yeah.
Let me see if I can do that. Here, I can switch. Yeah.
Oh, that's tight. Okay, I forgot we have this situation. Okay.
Let's go.
Let me fix this screen a little bit here. There we go. Cool. Wow. Oh, yeah. Okay. See this stuff. Here, let me transition it for you guys. That's crazy.
That's a big brain stuff going on right now. What the fuck?
So, okay, something that Jim would tell me about, JTM, he told me about, was that the Koreans and the Pakistanis, they operate and Japanese players, they operate in like paces instead of like ranges. So like, I wonder if they're just sort of like navigating between like, and the pace is like a quarter of like a range that we normally think about, right? Like a range 1, a quarter of that. And I wonder if they're just like really fast going back and forward, and they like see this shit like way more granularly than we do. Because I never did anything with that paces information, honestly. I think we may have lost your audio, however, in the Switch.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh.
You guys hear me now?
audio.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Then so when I first started it, that was just me using the D-pad, by the way.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh.
No, like through the end of it, I started doing it where I was using the joystick.
Oh,
You
okay.
see me go back and forth. Like I wasn't really moving at all. Like but sadly I couldn't tell you guys that because for some reason the camera was being weird. So let me share the screen again.
Ah.
There you go. Yeah, yeah. But no, you. So when I was using the D-pad, I was going like this, right? So when I was using both analog and the D-pad, I was just doing this. Like it wasn't moving at all. You know. But it looks like I'm gonna dash in and out, and then what you do is you just back off for each side step, and you're just creating this false movement of dashing in, right?
Wow.
And
so-
another big thing that speaking about dashing, I for the life of me, I can't dash block. Is that a thing?
Yeah, that'll help.
Okay.
That'll help with that too, because the analogs are super sensitive. So when you're tapping on the analog and you're dashing forward, all you got to do. So let's say if you dash forward and you use the analog and you hold back on the analog, as soon as you let go of forward, you're gonna block. So all you got to do is let go of forward. Yeah, and you're holding the analog. Yeah.
Yeah, because man, I've gotten clipped so many times by trying to dash block. It's insane. I'm like, I know I'm blocking.
In fairness, it is a lot more difficult in this game. They've like messed around with the recovery frames of a lot of the movement, where they're like a lot slower. So you just sometimes, and especially in the online, it's kind of it's scary. Like you have to try, but offline it feels a bit more normal. But in an online environment, it's kind of like messed up to do it.
Yeah. Thanks, one frame of delay. Well, that's all right. Okay. So that thing, a little bit of teching.
Anyone want to ask James some lore stuff?
Yeah.
I was about to say,
Yeah.
if anyone wants to lead that conversation, yeah.
I'll start it up.
What do you think about Jim?
Well, to be honest with you, I would like to know how you started in Tekken. Like was Law your first character? Was like how did you start this whole journey for yourself?
Well, I would say 90% of the journey, yeah, I would say he was. When I first started out, as like any player, you start off casually, right?
Yeah.
So I started off casually in Tekken 3. I just had a roommate invite me over. It was like, I was living in an apartment with my mom, early, like childhood, right?
Yeah.
He invited me over. He had this game called Tekken 3. And I had seen Tekken 2 before, and I was like, oh, this game's gross. I'm never playing this game, right? I didn't care for that game. I was more about like Final Fantasy and other games, and I saw some friends play Tekken 2, and I just thought it was the dumbest looking thing ever, and I never touched it. Then my friend invited me over to play Tekken 3, and I didn't know there was a correlation between the two. He invited me over, and we started playing, and he was good. He owned the game. I was the neighbor that lived next door. He invited me over to play, and he just smashed my head in, but I have to be thankful to him because he was such a smart ass, and he was like he was such a like, you can't touch me, I beat your ass, like that personality. Yeah. I was like, this motherfucker, I want this game, or I just kept coming over and I kept playing no matter what. I kept losing forever. Eventually I was able to get some wins on him. I was like, oh, this game is fun. I said the feeling of winning, it kind of gets you wanting to play more, right? Mm-hmm. So I then eventually got the game on PlayStation, and basically, and then for many years, like Tekken 4, Tekken Tag, it was just kind of a casual thing. I met a few friends that played casually along the way. My family members were no challenge, the basic thing that you kind of go through, right? And then it wasn't when I moved out of my dad's place. I got my own place. I went to an arcade. And I don't know if you guys, maybe some of you guys might recognize these names, but I ran into somebody named Tekken Tim.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
Tim. Yeah.
Tim, the
Yes.
Steve, Steve player.
Back in 10, dude, back in Lancaster, Palmdale area in Southern California, I have to be thankful to him because I went to the arcade and I played Law. I was just doing like whatever, like, you know, when I first played the game, I was playing like Jin and Eddie Gordo mashing, right, you know? But then I played Law because my uncle got me into Bruce Lee movies, so I kind of changed my pick. I was like, you know, he reminds me of Bruce Lee, so I picked Bruce Lee, Law. And I started like getting some wins on these guys, and these guys were like, "This kid's pretty good. We should take him under, you know, kind of take him under our wing or invite him out to play," type of thing in the arcade scene at some random mall. And then so Tekken Tim kind of taught me how to play. I ate Steve back ones for years, you know. So he, him and this guy named Creedot, who I think could potentially be like, you know, could have been like one of the best Tekken players out there. The guy's like spacing and fundamentals like made me want to go home and cry. Like he just picked Fang in Tekken 5 and just would back for low poke, run away. Like that's all he would do.
Oh, so
It was the most,
basically.
dude. It was the most annoying shit ever. He would get the life lead and run away, and then whiff punish me with shoulder. That's all he did, and I could not. Dude, I swear to God, it was like 20 games to 1, and there were just days where I would like, because I got the sense that I was getting good, but it wasn't like good enough. There was days where I'd go home like wanting to cry, or like fuck this game, I hate this game, dude. And but he you know, he taught me to be patient and be good at the game, in the sense that like I shouldn't let it get to me, you know. And eventually I started going back and forth with him, back and forth, and getting more games occasionally. And then he kind of just fell off in general, and then I just kept playing. Eventually I moved to SoCal, and I played and went to some random 3v3 tournament. This is where I met all the SoCal guys, like Rip, Filthy Rich, Ricksta, and I was just like some random Law player. I joined a team, and I took our team all the way to grand finals, and everyone was like, "Who's this Law player?" I was killing everyone. And and then I played against, but you know, I didn't know frames. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't know frames. My frames weren't there. I honestly could tell you I got to grand finals just running my mix and just, you know, out poking people, but I didn't know while standing 2 was launch punishable.
Oh no.
So I had the reactions and the things that got me there were really good, but I just didn't know certain things like that. I didn't know that. I played against Kane. It was Kane.
Devil Jim.
It was Kane's Devil Jin. So it was Kane, Rip, and Arario. I don't know if you guys know who Arario is. He's an old school player. I think it was Arario, or it might have been Ricksta. I can't remember. But I was just playing Kane, and I kept doing slide mix while standing 2, and he would just do electric, and I was in the air, and I was like, I thought I was blocking. I just kept doing it over and over, and he kept launching me, and then eventually I just learned, oh, I just can't do that move on this character? What's going on? You know, I never played a good Mishima player before, because all I had was Steve and Fang and Horong. That was it. But then after that, they were like, oh, watch out, Rip, new Law player in town. Rip was like, who is this scrub? Then I started, but yeah, so I started just going to more tournaments in SoCal. Someplace called FFA was like a famous arcade, and then we went to basically I ended up moving out there and playing with those guys all the time, so they became like my new friends. And I unfortunately left the Lancaster scene, so I didn't see Tekken Tim as much, or Ricky, but I moved to SoCal with my dad when he moved to Anaheim, and that's when I God, I don't remember the name of the arcade anymore, but this is where everyone would go. Eris would go there, Ricksta, all the SoCal people would go there. MYK,
the venue,
Mike Ross,
the golf place, or
no, I missed the golf era. I was right after that golf. I know what you're talking about. I forget the name of it, but the golf arcade. Yeah, that was a little before my time. I missed that era like barely, and then I went to FFA and I went directly to SoCal Granada Hills, or I forget what it's called, but it was an arcade there, and that's where everyone went. And there's a lot of famous people there that are like kind of famous now, I would say. Eris obviously being one of them.
Yeah.
He wasn't a big streamer at the time. He was more into Soul Calibur, and he played Tekken, and he played Dragunov, and he was a pretty competitive player. And no, it was I started like not I don't think I was winning Tekken 6 tournaments, but you know, there was an arcade, and we played a lot in the arcade cabinet that was there, and eventually, I didn't really make a name for myself, and so I started winning a lot of the locals there. But it wasn't until what really took a turn for me was when the Koreans came out to play, and I was friends with Tom Hilfiger, who was a legendary Tekken. He was a Tekken 4 player. Nina. I don't know if you guys know about him. You guys know anything about Tom Hilfiger? Okay, so basically, he's an American Korean player, and I happened to be friends with him, and he used to go out to the majors out in Korea and just wipe the floor with everyone. Like Nina, he couldn't be touched. Like he used to be everyone. So he knew the Korean players. They came out. They took a flight out here, and I was lucky enough to pick them up from the airport. And then I got to play. I got to play 2 days straight with them because of
That's awesome.
because of Tom Hilfiger, and that's what really set my skill over the edge. And that's what set my skill over the edge is I got to play basically with the Koreans. And then Tom asked him, during Evo, who are you guys worried about the most? And they're like, actually James. We're worried about James the most. So I go to Evo and I almost beat Nin. I was super close. I lost to your friend Oni. I lost to Devil Jim. Dude, I was so pissed that year. I'm not gonna lie, dude. I didn't know a whole lot about, I knew some things about Julia, but I didn't know enough. And I tried to run my gameplay and it was working. At the beginning, I was beating him. But it didn't work out the way I thought because I started running out of tricks to do on him and I didn't know the Julia stuff. So he killed me. But the first thing that happened when I sat down, he looked at me and said, "One lost scrub after another." He just looked at, and I was like, "Who the fuck does this guy think he is?" He just said, "One lost scrub after another." So so he did that to me, and he did that to Rip too. But Rip ended up beating him. But yeah, I ended up losing to him. I think I got 5th place that year at Evo. So I mean, I've had some good placings at Evo in general. I got a couple 5th places, a 6th and a 7th place, I think. But then the MLG is because I kept playing at such a high level at MLG. I started winning some of the MLGs and beating in at one of them. Beat Fighting GM. That was the big one. I beat Fighting GM and I became one of the first sponsored players in Tekken at the time. So I beat Fighting GM. It was called Check 6 Gaming. So I was one of the first. I don't think I was the first to beat a Korean, but I was one of the first in Tekken 6. And because of that, and because I beat Fighting GM, I had picked up a sponsor through Filthy Rich.
Oh, okay.
It was a friend of mine. He knew Check 6 Gaming. He's like, "Hey man, I got this people who are interested in promoting you, basically." I was like, "Oh, that's cool." So it was cool. They sent me they gave me a check just to go to the events. They paid for my hotel. They paid for my flight. It's pretty dope. It was the first time I experienced something like that, and it was pretty amazing, right? So I did that, and then so I was doing really well. Then out came Anakin, and then Anakin beat Nin and Knee, which was pretty epic at one of the MLG events, and then they added him to our team. So it was me and him on one team.
Wow. I did not know Anakin went back that far.
Damn.
Yeah. Yeah, so Anakin, that's when Anakin made his big appearance, was at MLG, and he beat Nin and Knee in one tournament. I had lost that. Unfortunately, I lost to Ao and someone else that I didn't know some matchups like Aletha. But back then, dude, I felt unstoppable. I used to beat everyone, like Incog, like all those good players. I beat Incog was just doing the fake flip backwards with Law. He didn't know what to do about it. I just kept doing fake flip backwards, threatening him with slide, and he was so scared. Like he was literally outplaying me. This is the tournament I beat Fighting GM, but I was just doing fake flip backwards, fake slide. He didn't know what to do because I had to change it up, the momentum up, because he was out solid. He's being more solid than I was, and I didn't know how to break his offense and defense. So I just ended up changing my movement with fake flips, and he got scared, and I won. So that's kind of just how it took off for me.
Okay.
That's
Yeah,
a hell of a take
it's
off, I'll tell you that much. That's pretty
Yeah.
sweet, honestly. You like lived
Yeah,
the
the-
Tekken dream, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was cool. It was short lived, unfortunately. You know, the thing I wish is that I could do it again. I don't know if I can with work, family, and the little time that I get to play.
That's
I'm
usually how it
trying,
goes.
but it's hard. You know, I mean, I placed well. I got 49th at Evo this year, so it's not
Yeah,
too
it's
bad.
still really good. Out of 4,600 people, that's
Exactly.
fucking
insane.
amazing. Still.
Yeah.
Yeah. I ended up who'd I beat? I beat Tetsu, and
Yeah.
I almost beat Farzine.
You
It was
2-0'd him,
close to
right?
Farzine.
Yep.
Did you
Tetsu?
2-0 Tetsu? Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
he
Tetsu
did.
got 2-0'd.
Damn.
Damn, respect.
Yeah. So Tetsu got 2-0'd, and then Farzine, I got him the first 3 games, and then he got me the next 3 games, and then after that, he kind of figured I didn't know the matchup very well with Victor. He knew I didn't know the matchup. Yeah, so he got me in that game, and it was unfortunate. I didn't do too bad, you know. So it's just I don't have as much time as I used to have. So I wish I did, because these days sponsors do much more. And there's more money on the line for Tekken, obviously. Like back in the past, you'd be like, "Oh, I won $1,000! Oh my God, I won a major!" You know, like 1,000 was like that was it. That was it.
Yeah.
You're not getting any more than 1,000. You'd be really lucky. So when I won MLG, that's what I got. I got $1,000, right? That's
Mhm.
nothing, right? Yeah, I mean that's kind of
And
where I ended
obviously
up. And then
people. Oh, go ahead. Sorry. Yeah.
then Tekken Tag. Or Tekken 6, then yeah, I met some crazy girlfriends that wanted me to stop playing Tekken. I kind of went along with it like I shouldn't have. So I
damn.
played Tekken Tag. I wasn't nearly as good as I feel like I should have been, but I didn't do bad. I placed a couple times at Evo. Law and Yoshi were a really fun team. You could do really creative combos. But the thing about Tekken Tag I didn't like is it programmed my brain to play really stupid. Like I literally thought like, oh, I got 2 characters, I could just fuck off and just still win because I was good. The problem was I was really good, but I had 2 characters and I'm playing Yoshi that nobody played at the time, right?
Mhm.
Like I was like the Yoshi player to watch. Like in Tekken 6 and Tekken Tag, I spent hours in practice mode finding stuff that people didn't even know exists. Nobody knew at the time that spin cancel existed. So I sat in practice mode and found that by accident, and that really really buffed Yoshi a lot when I discovered that. And that's been in the game since Tekken 3, and nobody knew that was in there.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, you just do spin and then you tap forward, and you recover half the time you would normally if you just do, which is removed now, by the way. In Tekken 8, they took it out.
Yeah.
Which is a bummer. Yeah, so now people do multiple spins to get away from things. They don't do a single spin. It's too vulnerable. So basically, yeah, so Tekken Tag happened. Then so the problem with that is that when Tekken 7 came out, I couldn't readjust to playing solid. I just, you know, and you would hear Rip and them on the stream be like, James killing himself again. James killing himself. And that's really what it was. Is like I just couldn't get into. I think I'm starting like in this game I'm starting to play solid, but I still have like years of like, oh, it's my turn, you know. But now you got rage arts and you got these comeback mechanics that I'm really struggling with. Like whenever I play the evil Padawan or Vasil, he always rage arts me and wins, and I'm just like, I can't put the brakes on. Yeah.
Yeah.
I believe in my plus frames from years of playing Tekken, you know? It's just like, they don't exist. So, not used to that. I'm still adjusting. That's kind of me, you know, I'm done talking about me. You guys go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, like, obviously, like, the video, the infamous video that everybody, like, I don't think there's a single Tekken player on the planet that hasn't watched your match versus Knee at MLG when you beat him.
Mm-hmm.
Could you like describe to us like what it was like when you beat him? Like after you beat him, like what was it like? Like what was it like when you played it, or like the build up, then playing him, and then after?
Well, it was really interesting because I didn't think I was gonna beat him. Okay, so there's a couple things to go over. So I had played him, like I said, those 2 days, and then I played him at a hotel for some I don't remember the name of it. It was in L.A., Los Angeles, in a hotel room. I was playing Jin at the time, and I played his Brian, and I was whooping him up really bad with Jin, and he was getting annoyed. I had like this extra confidence, so when I played him, I was just like, oh, I know what to do. I knew really well how to play Brian back then. It was just stay out of range of 3+4 and let him come in, because Law had really good counter hit tools back then. 4-3 jailed, right? Granted, if you watch the video, I only did it like one time. Because even against Koreans, even if you did 4-3, they would dash in and duck and kill you for doing both hits. They had their ways around it, so I wouldn't spam 4-3 as much as you think I would. Yeah, no, I was on a high. Like I couldn't believe I beat him. But the mentality I used to approach, I don't have this mentality anymore. I wish I still did. But back then, I played a lot better if I thought the opponent thought they were better than me. So if I thought the opponent thought they were better than me, I'd be like, hell no, I'm better than you. I'm going to fuck you up. That was my mentality back then. And I didn't get nervous. I didn't care if I won or lost. I just knew that I was the best and I was going to fuck you up. That was my mentality. I don't have that mentality anymore. I wish I did. I don't know how to get that back. But back then, it was just like I was so confident. Like I didn't lose to anyone. So it's a really weird... now these days, if I go on stream, I'm probably going to lose because I get like... I don't know what it is. I get nervous. I don't punish rage arts and stuff. It's just maybe I'm just old now, and I want to win more now. So I don't know. Back then I didn't care if I won or lost. It was just like I'm gonna win, not because I want to win the tournament, but because I want to beat you because you think you're better than me. Yeah.
That is a good mentality though. Honestly, like yeah, fuck that, dude. I'm gonna win. I like that.
Yeah.
It's a really
Yeah.
solid. Because really it's everything is I know what Manji really preaches. He talks about how like it's just hesitation is what really fucks you up, because as soon as you even like doubt yourself a little bit, then you're gonna like stop and not do the move and die. So
Yeah.
But
Guys, I gotta take a break real quick. If you guys don't mind, I gotta help with the kiddo real quick.
Yeah.
But I'll be back. I'll be
No
back.
problem.
No
All right,
worries.
yeah, no worries.
All right. Bye.
do it. So yeah, that mentality like paired up with like just the unstoppable force. What's up, dude?
Yeah.
How's it going?
What's up, Daniel?
Was a
Yeah, that mentality is like really really interesting, because like I kind of want to have a mentality like that, but there's just too many like good players that I've ran into that have like fucked me up so badly, where I'm just like, yeah, I know I'm not the best. Like
I know that's the problem. People
I know I'm not
Yeah.
that good. So.
But,
Oh,
Dean,
so-
that was like the thing. What was it like? What Jim did, right? He came by and he's like, "Just another trash law player," or whatever.
The trash
That's
law
fucking funny. That sounds exactly
I just
like
have
That's
that
like the most
confidence.
Jim thing I've ever heard. Like him say, like,
Yeah.
what the fuck?
Yeah,
Another
I mean,
scrub law player.
I feel like it can be learned. I feel like it can be learned. At one point, I felt like that when I was back in the day playing 4, where I just felt it. I wish I could get to a point in Tekken 7 and Tekken 8 where no life deficit that I'm in at, I can come back in. I'm not there yet, and I don't know when I'm gonna get there. But that's where I'm like the pinnacle of where I was at when I was playing like really good fighting games, is where I didn't care what the opponent did. I didn't care what they thought they could do. I knew I was gonna come back, and I was gonna win. But I mean, now it's like, well, I'm too afraid to even just try to press a button because I'm gonna get blown up. So I don't know how to. I don't know how you would like gain that confidence, if that makes sense. For me, anyway. I don't know about you guys.
for me, at least, the only times I've ever done good is when I truly don't give a shit, and when I've like just made the decision to just play solid. Like, you just go into a tournament, you're like, I'm gonna go in here, I'm not going to delay hop kick instead of 4-4-3, I'm gonna just like jab and, you know, do what it takes to win. You make the decision, like, and it's kind of like, okay, let's put it this way, like, when shit goes down at work, like, you just sort of like, okay, and then you just do it, right? Like, you kind of have to just go and deal with it. It's just that sort of like, whatever's happening in that little second there, that's like the switch, you know?
Yeah. The switch is
I definitely do play better when I don't, when I don't care, and also like when my expectations are like, of myself are kind of low. Like, because like obviously I don't really care, like if I lose at that point.
Yeah.
Like when I was playing, like when I played Jake Man on stream, actually, that was like exactly what was going through my mind. It was like I was like, I'm probably gonna get fucked up here, so I'm just gonna like try my best not to, because like Jake Man already like fucked me up a bunch and like ranked before that, like before I played him on stream. He already fucked me up pretty badly. So I was like, the same shit's gonna go around. Like this is the same shit's gonna, whatever he did to me in ranked, he's gonna do the same thing to me on this stream, pretty much. I was like, what was going through my mind? Same thing when David went to Japan, and he fucked up everybody and got to like grand finals with Al. David said he had like low expectations for himself. Like he wasn't expecting...
I peaked. I died in Japan, dude. That's fine. Yeah. Like I peaked. This is it. It's just downhill. I'm fatter. You know, like I have less hair.
Damn.
Yeah, like it's everything went downhill after Japan, dude.
I don't know, dude. I think you can get it back.
I think you can too. I feel like you can, honestly. Like really.
No, I will. Actually, one thing, because I know Mark was mentioning he wants to like start grinding again. I probably want to, because I'm like pretty close to being sick of Elden Ring, which is great. And like,
really? Oh wow!
Out of it. I've been playing so much, but it's like
you haven't beaten it yet, right? You haven't beaten it yet, right?
No, I can right now, but like I'm at the door. And it's just you do it.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Nice. And you are you gonna like take a break from it afterwards, or are you gonna go and play the DLC right after you beat it?
Is it a lot? Like how much are we talking?
The DLC?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a lot.
It's a lot.
It's basically
it's literally a new area. Basically.
Yeah.
It's literally a new area. Yes.
Yeah.
It's not as big. It's not as big as the original. No, it's not as big, but it's a fucking good chunk though.
Yeah.
Maybe actually you're right. Maybe I'll take a break, go back on a Tekken thing until I get sick of Tekken, and then I'll go back.
Yeah, and then just go back and play Elden Ring DLC. That's good content.
But to extend on that point is basically I want to start hopping back on because I'm feeling it. Like I'm jonesing for it. Like I have the setup is in front of me right now, and but you know I'm ready to go. So if you guys want to get some more games in the future, then I'm super down. You know, I need to start playing again because I feel super rusty. Playing Major. Oh, dude, yeah, I played Major and Godir. This last week they came into the Aki and everyone were doing sets and they came over to the house afterwards. Yeah, dude, I
Major?
have to.
Like AccuMajor or
no, it's or Mayor.
Oh.
Maybe it's Mayor. Maybe that's sorry, Mayor.
The Mayor.
The Mayor.
The Leo player?
Yeah, Mayor. Sorry, what am I saying?
Oh
Major?
yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah, Mayor.
The Mayor. Yeah, my bad. Yeah, those
Leo
guys were
player.
chill. Godir we already knew, but the Mayor I just missed the first time.
Oh, okay.
Stone.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
Yeah, he's really solid, dude. His Leo's really... His many characters are really good. That was the crazy part. He plays a bunch of people.
What were they in Colorado for?
They're moving. And they're living together.
Oh, they're
in
moving
Chicago.
to Colorado.
Well, they're
in
like,
Chicago.
Yeah, but they were on the way, so... Yeah, they stopped by.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's sick.
They just sort of, like, put out a tweet like, hey, is there any, like, thing happening in Denver? And Isaac found them and, you know, many other people, I guess.
Oh, wow.
He just won a tournament today in Indiana. There you go.
Oh, wow.
This was because that was their rush. They were like,
on the way.
we got a boogie. So like I got some practice sets in, and then they still fucking went to the tournament the day they moved, or like basically when they moved.
That's fucking sick.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Yeah, I think, especially like if it is Bob, are you gonna come back just like full time, just like Moscow it up with Bob?
Yeah,
yeah.
because I know, like, dude, I'm a Bob player, man. I don't think I'm really a Kazuya player. Like I am
You could
right
be.
now, but I think that everything clicks with Bob. You know?
Yeah, that's understandable.
Yeah.
Free Josie. I'm going back to eat free Josie. I'm going.
Yeah, we'll just be stubborn. We'll just say fuck you guys, make our characters come back.
Yeah, just say the N-word to Murray. Just bring Bob back.
Mark, it's gonna have to be you. I'm gonna have to just stand next to you.
Bring Josie and Bob back. N-word.
You know what? You know what?
And then Murray's gonna put out a tweet again. He's like, again, guys, do not call me the N-word.
Do you want? All right. Well, do you want me to do it like the next time we know he's gonna be around? Because I mean, I'm probably going to Combo Breaker next year, so he's gonna be there. I mean, I'll say it. I don't care.
Oh God, no! You're gonna lose him even further, man. He's already like lost so much faith in the scene.
Brother,
Yeah.
I need Craft Dash 3 back, man. I just need it. I just need.
What is crazy? What is crazy though is people
I'm
thinking
ready.
that Lay's gonna come back.
Yeah, no, that could happen.
Yeah.
Like even what?
What
Daniel
after
said,
what?
go
After
ahead.
the lay player, after what the lay players did to Harada and Tekken
Yeah.
He
7?
was a lay main. That's right.
Wait, what?
I forgot. Like the guy that said it, he was a lay main. Or no, that was Josie.
No.
That was Josie, right?
No.
No.
In Tekken 7, right? Like when like people were begging for Lay to come back, like everybody was like just bitching, was like, oh yeah, Lay, like I can't go to the character select screen without seeing Lay. Like why that's not a normal thing. And then they released Lay, and then Lay ended up being like the least played character like in the whole roster.
Yeah.
And then that's when like Harada started like that whole like don't ask me for shit. Like sure. You really
Yeah.
think he's gonna put them? You really think he's gonna put them in the game after all that? I don't think so. I don't think he will.
Yeah, but they're cheap.
But they're cheap.
They're gonna reuse as much of character design as they possibly can.
If it's not Lay, then it's probably gonna be a new character that has Lay shit.
It could be. It could be, honestly. I just realized the music stopped. Alright, technically, whatever. Yeah, it's questionable. Crying is part of being Filipino.
Someone get
I mean, I
Jason in here. Somebody get fucking.
If now that a dead guy is back, anything is possible. That is kind of liberating, to be honest. That's really cool. Yeah.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, but it's Heihachi though. That's the thing though. That's the dead guy.
Yeah.
You're talking like Lay, like. Let's be honest here, everybody. I don't give a fuck if you get triggered by this. Let's be fucking brutally honest. Lay is right here. Heihachi's up here, dude. This is a comparison you guys are making, okay? Lay is not as cool as Heihachi. Let's all be completely honest.
Yeah.
Let's be brutally honest. Lay is not as cool as Heihachi, and he never will be.
Yeah.
Let's just be honest.
That's true.
That's the dead guy they're bringing back.
Heihachi
That's the dead
is
guy.
like Heihachi, like people that don't play fighting games know Heihachi, you know? Like he's a big deal. No one gives a fuck about Lay.
Nobody.
Yeah.
Even Tekken players don't give a fuck about Lay. I like him. I like him. Like I want him to be there, but not. And I hate him. I hate fighting him. But like he does feel like like it's classic Tekken. You know, you gotta have Lay.
Let's ask James real quick. James, what do you think about Lay?
Oh God.
Fuck that character.
You see? Do you see? Oh my God. Do you see? We're comparing Lay, a character that is at this height, to here, Heihachi. Who's cooler?
Hey, Hachi.
Who's
All right.
cooler? Send this to Suikin.
Hayachi's
do
way
it.
cooler.
Yeah.
Hayachi's way cooler.
Exactly. Yeah, Suikin
Okay,
is shitless right now.
I really like Lei. He's iconic. I'm not gonna lie. I just hate dealing with this 50-50 sometimes. You know.
Yes.
Same. I've been terrorized by that
Mhm.
character for far too long, man. Tekken 7 was a nightmare. And with Bob, oh my god, even more scary. I don't know. He fucks Bob up, in my opinion. But, I don't know. Maybe I just sucked.
James, you probably have like a hate relationship with Bob because of Tekken 7, huh?
Oh no, Tekken Tag.
Or
not even
Tekken 6 and Tag.
No, you know what? For some
wasn't-
reason at Tekken 6, I bodied Bob players. Like I beat Core a
Really?
bunch of times. I beat a bunch of Bob players that were really good. Like Evo top 8. Like I killed
Uh-huh.
Bob players. Tokido, who was a famous Street Fighter player, played Bob too. I beat his Bob too.
Whoa.
Like Bob was like in Tekken 6. It was funny because everyone was saying Bob was cheap in Tekken 6, but I didn't know why. So I just kept beating Bobs, and I didn't really even think about it. But then Tekken Tag came out, and Incog was playing Bob, and the way Bob worked in Tekken Tag was so annoying because he could like tag Bob in and then roll away, and then backswing blow, and then like he would just crush and out prioritize your moves. It was really annoying. So no, in 6 I didn't really care, you know.
Wow.
Whoa.
Oh,
That's a first.
Yeah, he was...
Everyone else I hear, they're like, yo,
Yeah.
fuck Bob, dude.
Yeah, fuck
Fuck Bob
Bob.
until they die.
exactly.
Oh, yeah, I don't know. Like you could go and pull up like a video of me versus Core, and I just run through them, and I don't know what it was. I just ran my gameplay, and I didn't really have to think about what Bob players did for some reason.
Damn.
Yeah, well, I mean, like... Yeah, that's like honestly a first. Yeah, because most people would always shit on Bob. Because I mean, for all the Bob players out here, we're all like getting hate, especially the ones that started in 7. They started hating us, and we have no idea. We're just like, what, dude, man? He's like pretty normal in this game. Like, what do you guys want me to do? Sure, he fucked up an Evo, but then he saved an Evo too, which was the Leroy Japan Evo. So
Yes.
yeah. So yeah.
Yeah, 7. I feel like 7. I don't know. I rarely ran into any Bob players in 7. Very rarely. I think Oni. I think I ran into maybe you, and then who else played Bob? Mac played Bob. There's another person that played Bob. I can't remember who it was.
Checkmate Nate.
Was
Was
it Rick the Ruler?
Rick the Ruler.
Oh, Rick the
That's
Ruler,
exactly
yeah.
who it was. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
it was Rick the Ruler. Sometimes I'd run into Rick the Ruler, and I didn't really feel like there was anything too good about Tekken 7 Bob. Well, I didn't know any better. It was very rare I ran into any of them.
Yeah,
But
it was
yeah.
depressing. There was like 10 people who gave a shit, man. It was like no one really fucks with Bob for some reason, and people, I don't know. It's like maybe it says he's fat, and like people don't like fat characters. Like, well, I don't know what it is.
Listen, I literally thought about like the coolest design if Bob were to come back.
Oh,
I thought, okay, here it goes. Okay, so like, you know how they got the heat system, obviously, right? What if, like, his normal form, right, was just Fat Bob, but when he goes in the heat, he turns into Slim Bob.
Yo, let's go.
That would be pretty sick.
And like
That'd
they
be
gave him like
awesome.
some new moves, you know, like some new Slim Bob moves and stuff, you know. And then like his heat smash, like I don't know, puts him into fucking Fat Bob again, you know, because he runs out of heat. I don't know. I think that sounds
So-
sick.
I'm down.
So
I'm down.
you're saying there needs to be like a, if we're saying like that, it'd be like a Smash Brothers like Peach Sheep kind of thing, where like it
Yeah, just two
yeah.
characters in one.
I'm down.
Dude,
But
I'll
also,
take
like
anything.
forward bump, the belly bump should be heat engaged. Yes.
No,
Yeah.
that would be fucked up.
Yo,
Belly
it's-
buster to be a heat engager would be
Let's
insane.
get it. Yo, who cares? Whatever. It's Tekken 8.
Oh, that speaking.
Who cares?
You know what I realized? Forward 4 for Heihachi's gonna chip on block.
Oh,
Oh.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's
Yep.
a thing.
Oh no. Yeah.
That's gonna be fucked up.
I wonder though. I wonder if they're gonna make Heihachi keep the 442 that Kuma has.
Why? What's the difference?
Well, they both launch.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, I don't know.
Well, I don't know if like Heihachi's gonna keep that or not. Like, cause like they're kind of like getting rid of like, big mids, for certain characters.
Yeah.
And I feel like a lot of Heihachi's mids are gonna be like fucked up, but like they're gonna like diet down from 7, I think.
It might
So,
give
like,
him better lows. They might change the whole gameplay, how he's normally used. Strong mids and weak lows.
I hope he's still the same, to be honest. That was like kind of like his distinction from other characters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like even him having bad lows though in Tekken 7 was like he was still a fucked up character. Like, because that would be like the argument that I hear the most is like why Heihachi's not good. It's like, oh, because his lows are bad. Well, I was like, I don't think that's a value. I don't think that's a good argument because like I think down back 2 is like obviously considered a bad low because it's launch punishable, but it does a fuck ton of damage and it's hella plus on hit. And it's barely reactable. Like I can't react to that shit. But like, I think just the fear of that being there. Yeah, high crushes and his hell sweep. The first hit of the hell sweep is +8 on hit. So you can do whatever you want to your opponent.
I know I'm not a big Mishima, or I've only been like playing Heihachi. I played Heihachi in 7 for a bit. And I feel like my winning low is full crouch down forward 4.
Yes.
That's all I would go for is full crouch, because you got a guaranteed hit after it. So it was like,
yeah,
if I'm going to do a launch punishable low, I might as well do this one. At least that's how I looked at it.
Yeah.
So that one, I just based my whole gameplay around that. I used to get, well, go ahead.
Just the fear of that, or just the fear of that low being there is enough for your opponent to duck, though.
Yeah.
It's a bit, well, that's been kind of equalized now, right? Because of down 4 being -15 in 8. And so now all of a sudden hell sweep is a down 4. I mean, that's the way I see it, right? It's like, fuck it, you may as well hell sweep, right?
Yeah.
You get the more juice out of it. Yeah, sure, there's some people that have like, -13 ones that are kind of egregious or whatever, or 14. But I don't know. Now that down 4 is -15, every low is good. Every low is fucking good.
Yeah, there's like this game has a prime example of characters that have bad lows but are still great characters. Like Reina. Reina has, in my opinion, I think she has worse lows than Heihachi does, but she's still a fucking top tier character. I think she's fucking annoying to deal with. Same thing with Lydia. It feels like Lydia doesn't have that many great lows either.
No.
But she's still a fucked up character, or she's fucked up to deal with, She's got some
they're
fucked
just
up
in your
shit.
face all the time.
Yeah.
At a fast, a high pace, right? Fast pace.
Yeah.
I don't think you can make that argument just because a character has bad lows does not make them a bad character.
Yeah. And you always have generic down 4. Even generic down 4 at -15 is a very good low. I don't care what people say. That's
yeah. ARE has bad lows now. I feel like they don't add up now.
Who's lows?
Bear.
Oh, Bear.
down back 2 did get kind of
down back.
Yeah.
Yeah, down by 2. I mean, he still has
Isn't that
full crouch
15?
1. Yes,
Down by
-15.
2.
If you go into bear stance, it's even more. I think it's like -17 or 18.
Oh wow.
So his lows are, they're all launch except for, I mean, down back 3 is punishable now for the first time ever, and he still has full crouch 1, which is still safe, but it does like no damage. It's really no damage. You might as well go. Bear players now, what they do is they just go for chip. They just do back 4-2. It does more damage than risking a full crouch down 1. And you get the 1 counter hit, and then that's the game over, right? So it's weird. He doesn't need the lows. He can just go for chip and counter hit.
Okay.
Yeah, and he does suffer the stubby feet problem too, so he gets kind of screwed out on a lot of other stuff. Bear sweep. Okay, do you like the new bear sweep compared to how it used to be?
Down back 4.
Hell sweep?
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do, because it's there are some good players that like when I played Arslan at Evo, in casuals, he blocked every single one of them. Like I couldn't land it, even like in the most obscure times where I would try to hide it, he would block it. But on a lot of players, they typically don't block it because of the speed change. I like it. I like it more this way because I land it more often on more players, and I get that frame advantage instead of the really slow version where, like, even the average to high level to really high level players, they would all block it. Now it doesn't get as blocked as nearly as much. So yeah.
Cool.
So,
Yeah.
I guess after all this, anybody want to ask James any more lore questions? Anybody in the chat, maybe? I don't know.
Yeah.
Anybody wants to ask James more lore questions? There's nobody that we know that has more lore than James right now.
Exactly. Yeah.
The
Yeah.
one that I saw was Daniel was saying, and I think you kind of did go over it to a certain degree, but he said it would be cool to hear JFJ speak on his time in the SoCal scene. I don't know if he already has or not. So you did kind of run that down a little bit, but I think he came after the fact, but I'm not sure.
I mean, there's a lot more to it. I mean, if you guys can pinpoint a place and time, it'd be easier for me. But I mean, there's a lot that.
Did you and Rip ever have like a rivalry between each other?
Oh
like,
yeah, I
law
mean,
players?
oh god, yes. It was for the longest time. It was always like, who's the best law in America? You know, it was always the thing. Like, we've had some weird rivalry where like, I mean, like I didn't really care because I typically so it's really weird. Okay, so like I hate the guy. No, I like the guy, but I hate the guy in the sense that like I would beat him in the SoCal tournaments, right? Like I would beat him. Like typically I would beat him more than me, like in tournaments and in some majors. But then there's some weird, like there's a weird window, a time frame, like where I was at my peak Tekken, and then we started traveling to like big tournaments, and he would just beat me. And it was mind-boggling because I could beat like really good like Korean players or like really high-level top players that he could not beat because he played so risky. But he had like some weird read on me where he knew how I wanted to block. So he ended up beating me at a lot of these majors. Like I went to Paris, France, and that's the match between me and Nobi. I don't know if you guys ever seen that one. That's a really epic one too.
I haven't seen that one.
I haven't seen that one.
Dude, that
I
is
didn't
one of
watch
the
that
most.
one.
You guys need to put that on and watch that. It's one of the most hypest Tekken matches ever.
Might as well. Shoot.
Yeah, if you guys want to play it, we could play it. It's
Yeah.
you guys want to see it? Can we
Yeah,
play it on?
I think James, or I think
Get our nonsense faces out of here. We gotta check
it will just turn my camera to the feed for you guys. So if you want to see it through there, I don't know if you want to like live.
It was I think it was Nobi. Malgu was there. I played Malgu in casuals. I was wrecking him.
Malgu. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
I was beating him in casuals. But we didn't play in the tournament. I'm not gonna lie, this tournament that you're about to watch was probably the most intense tournament I ever played because it was round robin and there was a shit ton of international players. They paid a lot of American players to go out there for free. It was in Paris, France. It's called UTX or UT, something like that. And I swear to you, the tournament lasted until like 7 a.m. 7 or 8 a.m. I'm not lying. Like, we were, yes.
What time did you guys start?
We started at like 5 p.m. the day before, or like 3 or 5 p.m. But because of how many players and the round robin itself, it lasted till 7 a.m. I don't even know how my brain was working at that time. Like after I lost to Nobi, I was just like, my brain was just like, it was gone.
I bet.
It was a really close match. I did end up losing to Nobi, but like Nobi was like being like mad disrespectful. You'll see. Yeah. And then like I started fucking him up, and he was like he was scared. He was shaking. Like he was shocked that I was putting hands on him for a little bit.
Is this the one?
I made yeah, that's the one. Like if you turn the volume up, dude, people get like so crazy in the background. You can hear Bronson Tran, Rip. A lot of players screaming in the background versus the Europe. There were no European. So just so you know, there were no European players in top 8. It was American players and Japanese
Korean?
players.
Oh, Japanese. Oh.
Hey, David.
Yeah. Okay.
There you go. That's
There
what,
we
yeah,
go.
that's
All
what
right,
I'm
you guys
looking
can
for.
see.
There
All
we go.
right, here we go.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's the news. I don't know if they're going to sound or not. That's
Oh, you guys gotta have the sound. There's no way to put the sound on?
Probably, we'd probably have to screen share.
You might have to
it.
watch it through the stream, yeah.
Yeah, okay,
watch
well
it
you
through
guys
the
can watch
stream.
it, but it's
Here,
the
James, I'll send you the stream link.
okay.
I sent you it on Discord.
Okay, so you guys are watching it through the stream. Okay, yeah, because the
Yeah.
sound is it makes the video if you watch the sound. So back then, I had figured out a quick way to turn around for back turn, and people didn't know about it back then. So I was throwing him off guard. He kept trying to duck jab my back turn. Most players at that time thought a dick jab was guaranteed. I kept killing him for trying it.
Yo, did
Did he have supercharged me?
No.
Yeah, this is where I start fucking him up though. I got pissed off. I was like, oh hell no. This is where, yeah. Basically, this is where that you think you're better than me? I'm gonna kill you. That's what started happening.
Oh, God. Oh, that was back turn? Jesus Christ.
I've never seen Nobi key charge anybody in my life.
Yeah, exactly.
So the lore to this is basically his friends. Yeah, were chatting in his ear. They were like, they were giving him tips while he was playing, and it really made me upset. So I told Bronson to be as loud as he could, and he got all the Americans to chant, "Go USA, USA!" and they started screaming. So it got really hype.
Yeah, I can hear Bronson. Jesus.
Yeah, he's screaming in the background.
Oh my god.
Hit him with the shoulder tackle. Boom! I should have supercharged, but yeah. Now I do that all the time, but back then I didn't supercharge or anything like that. Yeah, but this tournament lasted until like 7 a.m.
Oh my
It was
god.
dude. I've never played a tournament like that. I was so drained. And you know who was there at the time, but they weren't as good as they are today.
Ooh.
And I had beaten them. It was Effie Black was there. Oh yeah, these guys were back at this tournament way back in the Seffi Black, Joka.
Joker? Bro, I
yeah.
thought Joker was like hella like new in like Tekken 7.
Oh no, they've been around, but they just weren't as good back then. You know, they were just like probably starting out or something. And they were like, because I talked to them before, I was like, oh man, I'm so excited to play you for the first time. For the first time, they were like, you don't remember? I was like, what? Yeah, we played you back in UTI. I was like, oh shit, I don't remember that. They're like, yeah,
wow.
you beat my ass. I was like, oh shit. You know, it's the other way around. You know now,
Yeah.
but
That's wild. Damn, he got really good. Like, so over the
yeah,
years.
Caper. What's his name? Caper. I think it's Caper, right?
The Spanish guy.
Kuiper.
Yeah,
Kuiper?
Kuiper,
God, I
yeah,
can't remember his name. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was there too.
Wow.
Wow. Small world. Damn.
Small world, jeez.
Yeah, I didn't know that until like I don't know, a couple years ago when they told me, when I finally met them in person.
You got Nobi twice with that frickin' that.
Yeah, it's because they didn't know you could do it. Yeah, you just had to input it a certain way.
You know. Yo, great
I
time.
got him again.
Oh my god. He was probably so mad. He's probably like, what the
You know he was so mad.
Oh, he was pissed, yeah, because they were screaming too when they landed it. Yeah. I started making some fatal errors, sadly though, and I think I just I ran out of steam, and he adjusted. Sadly, I was close. I should have.
you were one round away.
I know, seriously, I was, and I just ran out of steam. I made some bad errors right there.
I mean, it was 5 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
No, it really was. It was so late at night.
But you guys were at the venue the whole night too, like or like the whole time.
The whole time.
Oh my god.
Yeah, for me, yeah, it was like the longest tournament in history. I think what happened to Rain? I don't remember who won this tournament. I think Nobi ended up winning anyways. It was either Nobi or Malgu that won. I can't remember.
Wow. That was...
Jeez, that was sick.
Damn. This is crazy.
Oh, so just so you guys know, back then, this is probably why it took so long. But back then, tournaments were first to 3.
Oh wait, really? Oh.
Yeah,
wow.
tournaments used to be. I used to love that format too because it gave you time to adjust. But yeah, back then tournaments were first to 3, even in the early on bracket. So imagine doing a first to 3 and a round robin with like a shit ton of people. It took forever.
Damn.
Yeah, you guys were, or the organizers were probably like, yeah, we're never doing that again.
Oh
After
man,
that.
it was crazy. Genius was there. Genius was our tour guide. I don't know if you guys know who Genius is.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That guy's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That guy's super chill.
Yeah, he was super cool. Yeah, I saw him at Evo too. I was surprised to see him. I saw him in that Nina player, Jod. I think it was Jod.
Oh,
Yeah.
Jod, yeah.
They were playing. I was like, oh man, I want to get games in with you guys.
That was the Link player, right? Or no?
Yeah.
Nina.
Oh, Nina.
Yeah, see, I can't do that. I can't sweep people off their feet anymore. You know.
Oh my god, you run around the way again.
I know. Like this is it. I'm up 2 games. This is it. This is where I should have won. See, I'm over here getting nervous for no reason. I do slide from range 3. Like, there's no reason, and I'm doing running moves. Like, I could have closed it out and just kept playing solid, but I was done. I was literally done.
Oh my god.
Your brain was
My
fried.
brain, yeah, no, I was done.
And so at this time, who was considered like the best? Was it the Koreans, the Japanese, US?
The Koreans didn't come. So, you know, this is I think one of the first tournaments from what I experienced where the Japanese players started to come out and play. Because like I would say, just about all of the MLG's events, it was usually the Korean players that would come out. There were a few Japanese players, like Al would come out. But I didn't, you know, at the time I didn't even know who Malgu was. Oh no, I knew who Malgu was, but I didn't know who Nobi was. So this is the first time I got to play him or see him offline.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, so now he's got the read on me. He basically, and the European players start cheering for Nobi. They want the American players to lose. Gen Kids, I remember Gen Kids.
Was that like a group?
He's gone now.
No,
Yeah.
yeah.
He got canceled.
Another good job.
Yeah, he did.
And like
Yeah,
the
he
Japanese
did.
player.
He got canceled. Not bad. So,
Would they have to play?
Oh,
Yeah. Combos are so. See how basic the combos were back then.
I like them like that.
but they were efficient though, so shoot, come on. What's
yeah.
the matter?
It looks in the game. Looks really good. Like actually.
Yeah, so the thing about 6, yeah, the graphics, the music, it was a really clean game. Like
Was it your favorite Tekken, or which one was your favorite?
you know, it's when I think I did my best in Tekken 6, and I enjoyed the game a lot. So I would say it probably was my favorite because I got to experience so much stuff, like traveling and stuff. Tag was too, but you know, I don't know, something about 6 that was just really, really fun. Oh, maybe it's because I had auto DSS.
Auto
parry.
Oh, auto parry. Oh, and Tekken
Yeah.
6. Yeah.
It was good. I wish he still had it. Like you could do 4-3 if they duck the kick and they try to interrupt you. you could just parry them. You had to time it. It wasn't like auto like people say, but you had to time forward with their attack. And it was really good. Good players though, they would do like a throw, or they would do a knee move on their way up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like I'm dropping my combos and yeah, I definitely.
You're still launching him.
I definitely lost my steam. I felt like I should have beat him. I wish I did. I think I could have won the tournament if I beat him. Then I wouldn't have to play.
Damn.
Did you ever
10
play?
hit, bro. I didn't know the
Oh
10
my
hit.
god. Dude, that's how you know nobody's playing like an asshole.
Yeah, oh, and he's key charging too.
Yep.
Holy
Yep.
shit.
This is a side of Nobi I've never seen,
Yeah.
dude. What the fuck?
Yeah, I don't know why he was recharging me, but yeah.
Was he doing this to everybody else too? I'd assume so.
I don't know. Maybe he hates LoL players or something.
Oh, wow, that was close to getting hit again.
Oh my god.
No, he's like I wasn't used to ducking that. I'll never get hit by that these days, but that stupid jumping move. That's how you know I was tired. I don't even know. I think back then I used to duck it, but
You got them throw breaks though, I'll tell you that much.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
What the
I could have won
oh
that, dude. I
my
could have won that round. I could have won that round. I don't come back from this, do I, in the second round? There's no way. Maybe I do. Oh, counter hit. Oh, yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah, so
Damn.
he won. But I mean, I think I should have took that round with the junkyard in the back, but whatever. Yeah, but that's a really good match. And then you guys probably know about the one versus Cody.
Oh yeah,
That
in
was pretty-
tag 2, right?
Yeah, that one was
Yeah.
a good one too.
That one is really good.
Those are probably the most seen ones. The Nin, the one versus Cody, and this one that you just saw. At least those are like probably some of my favorites. There's some others that I like watching that are not like mainstream, that are really good matches. There's one in tag where I like a full life combo on Lil Majin in Tekken Tag. That shit was sick.
Whoa.
It was almost a death combo. But he had a pixel of life and he made a comeback.
Damn.
I know. I was mad. I was mad angry because I landed like the coolest combo ever on video, and then he still came back and killed me.
I love how like you can like deal with I love how old players can like deal with like crowds like behind them that are like kind of like not cheering for you, they're cheering for your opponent type deal, or like they're trying to like heckle you, you know, like you're like, oh look at James, he's getting fucked, like, you know, he's getting fucked. Right?
I got a story for you guys. Oh my god, I got 2 stories for you that has to do with the ATL scene.
I bet.
Oh, it was that final round, and I was playing super good. I was playing really good. And I told Anakin too, because we had the same sponsor, and we had to play each other. And I was like, I think I'm playing the best I've ever played. And I was like, I'm ready to play you, right? So we jump on there, and we play. And at the time I started playing other characters, so I beat Little Majin with Yoshimitsu. The first time I've ever used Yoshimitsu in a tournament. Then I played Anakin, and versus Anakin, he had the whole, Big Boy?
Yeah.
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 You guys know he had Big Boy, he had Poke Chop, he had like 3 or 4 of these guys behind him, so the stage is on a platform. And so they're on the edge of the platform, and you have Big Boy and all these guys from ATL, and they knew when Anakin would go for a throw. I swear to God, they knew when Anakin would go for a throw, and they would go boom, 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 and they would hit the stage, dude. And I literally felt the stage like moving, and Anakin would do they would yell Tombstone Pile Driver, and they were slamming on the stage. Like, I swear to God, it was right before Anakin started throwing me, and I got so distracted. I got so tilted because I ended up losing the Anakin, and it was like mad distracting. Like that was the most distracting I've ever experienced anything. It's just having the whole ATL crew rooting for their boy Anakin and slamming on the stage.
Oh my god.
That was probably the one time that the crowd got me. Oh, but the other so real quick, the other thing is when I beat Little Majin and I got off the stage, this is the first time I met Shinblade, right?
Uh-huh.
So Shinblade was like Little Majin's student at the time, so he was learning everything from Little Majin. So I get off the stage and Shinblade is there, and I just beat his teacher with Yoshimitsu with like just randomly nobody plays Yoshi, right?
Uh-huh.
And he just gave me this evil look, and he said, "I fucking hate you." I don't like now. This guy's gonna kill me. I don't know who this guy is. He's gonna kill me. And he just gave me this look like he wanted to beat my ass. I was like, okay. And then many years later, I think like 5 years or 4 years ago, I was like, hey, you remember that time you said you said you effing hate me when you got off stage? And he busted up laughing. He's like, oh man, I didn't mean that. I didn't know how good you were at the time, and you know, you had just beat my sensei, my master. I was upset.
That's pretty good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because like you've been like, I mean, obviously you've like dealt with that a lot. Like I know like a lot of players, like especially newer players now, that like they just can't deal with that shit. Like they can't deal with like people like heckling them from behind. Like, oh look at him, he's getting fucked. Like he's getting fucked.
Oh yeah.
He's getting so fucked up.
I'm used to that now. You know, if anything, I feel like I encourage it. I give him a look and I smile or something, you know, and I'm like, keep it coming, keep it coming. It's kind of like at the dojo where people would talk trash. Remember Toonie in the garage when we would have the tournaments, and I don't know if it was Vasil or somebody trash talking. I'm like,
It was
keep
Vasil.
keep it coming. It makes it better. Keep it coming, you know. So I just turned the energy around, and I for me it's like energy to keep, you know, popping off or playing or doing, you know, crazy stuff in match. So
Yeah.
That's tight. Yeah, I like that. I like that. I think it's a missing art now. I mean, people kind of, you know, I don't know, shit talking. Yeah, like sometimes they'll be like, no shit talking. It's like, no, you gotta do it nicely. You know, like, I mean, there's like a fun way about it, right?
Yeah, I mean, obviously you don't get like, you know, personal about it and shit. Where it's like mentioning someone's personal life and shit like that. That's different. But like, if you're just like just talking shit, just like, you know, you're bad, you're fucking terrible. Like, you know, that's,
I think that stuff stems from like the arcade scene, right? People that don't experience the arcade scene or some of the early tournament days, they're not used to it. Like, I think at the end of Evo, we met some guy that's from Seattle, and he was like a ex-football player. Toonie, I don't know if you remember, he was hanging out with us as we left on day 3, and he was like, yeah, I heard Pokechop saying all this and that and all this stuff to all these players. Getting their money, remember? And to him, you know, he wasn't used to that environment. And I tried to tell him, I was like, that's just the way these people are. We're used to it. To us, it creates excitement. We like that
exactly.
Stuff, you know? But to him, he was just like, oh, I'm an ex-football player, and if he said that to me, I would knock his ass out. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and it's like,
okay.
You know, and it's probably just because he's not used to that, you know. So it's and I feel like it's a dying thing now. Like you guys are saying, it doesn't happen anymore.
Yeah.
I got to witness, for context, I got to witness James beating Pokechop's ass in the money match. And Pokechop I was just standing next to one of the long style members, Zook. I was just standing next to him. We were just watching Pokechop's molding against the bear matchup. He was like, oh my fucking god. He was like, how am I not fucking hitting him? He's on the fucking ground. And stuff like that. And James was just like, over there fucking giggling and smiling and shit. Like, and like taking his money. He's like, double or nothing. And then like, James was like, yeah, let's do it. And then like, he switches to Eddie, and then Jesus like, "Oh my fucking god, are you serious?"
But I still ended up beating his Eddie like by the very last round of every round. And then did
you get the money? Did he give you it?
Yeah, he gave me like $40. It was first to 3 for 20s. We did 2, and then we did the Eddie one. Oh, we didn't get to finish the Eddie one.
Yeah, because we got kicked out.
I was really, I was like,
Yeah.
I was like a game away from winning, and then they kicked us out, and I was like, okay, whatever.
Oh,
That
I
was
just want
funny
to tell
though.
you, I just want to tell you, James, I am sorry for my chicken.
For your chicken.
So it was SCR like 2017, 2018. It was you and Poke Chop won. And there was a chicken that got thrown on the stage. And he squeezed
Really?
it. Yeah.
Oh, that was to me?
Yes.
Oh, no way, really? I think I remember that. That was you? Oh shit, dude! I remember the fucking chicken, dude. Oh my god, he still has the chicken. Okay, I remember that. I did lose the poke chop, and there was a chicken on stage, and he started squeezing it. I was like, "What the hell is that? What is he doing?" You know?
I'm sorry. That's me. That's me. That's my dad.
That's
I
funny.
didn't- I didn't know I was in year 2 of Tekken 7, and I was sweaty as hell losing to JDCR. So I didn't know nothing. I was just there.
I didn't know that was you that put that on the stage. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
The other, what was the other thing? You know, one of my favorite moments that Poke Chop did. He had one of his friends, and I can't remember what the guy's name was. He was one of the ATL crews too, but he dressed up in a suit, like a butler suit, and he had a tray, and he had salt and pepper on the tray, or it was just salt. And then whenever Poke Chop would win, this guy dressed in a suit, like a professional waiter, would come. So the professional waiter would come up and give Poke Chop his controller, and then walk away. And then when Poke Chop would win, he would come up there with a like a tray, right? And he had salt, and he would get to the guy, and Poke Chop would grab the salt and pour the salt in front of them after he'd beat their ass.
That's
They did,
amazing.
yeah, they did some funny ass stuff, dude. Yeah.
Oh
Good
my
good
god.
memories.
No.
Yeah.
So speaking about that, do you think like all of that stuff, like it sounds amazing and fun and awesome. Do you think we're losing some of that with how different like fighting games are now? Because I feel like we're getting into like the corporate area of fighting games. If that makes any sense.
I think so. I think people are being less of what they used to be, because before, you don't want to get kicked out now, right?
No,
you just
of course
you
not.
just spent $240 to go to Evo.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Which is ridiculous.
Yeah, you don't want to get kicked out. So I mean, like, that's the last thing you want to do. So I feel like that, then you got sponsors for. I mean, I don't think the sponsors. It's that applies to a select few that get really good personality on streams. You gotta worry and watch what you do these days, because people are out to get you, right? You
Which
say
is
something or do something
Cancel
wrong,
culture.
you're gonna get the cancel culture, dude. It's pretty bad. Like,
It's-
I mean, there's right reasons for it, and then there's some things where like that time Rip almost got canceled.
Oh yeah.
For-
That made
Oh.
no sense.
Yeah.
That made
And
zero
we
sense
all-
at all.
yeah.
What was it for again? I
Yeah,
forgot.
He like kind
there's
of. Well, yeah, go ahead. It's weird.
Oh no, you can. I mean, if you want to, he basically almost said the N word, right?
Oh.
But he didn't. It was just like his mic was crackling, and he had said something that sounded like it, but it wasn't it. But then some guy went off with it and started saying that he said that, and then people started to believe it, and then people were invested in trying to get him canceled, but he didn't.
Even something as tribal as that though, it's like what the fuck ever. Like Filipino Champ said it. Like
Yeah.
he probably said he said it on stream or whatever. Didn't give a shit, but like, I mean, he's not really like canceled.
Yeah.
I saw him at Evo last year. I saw Filipino Champ at Evo last year.
It's crazy. It's crazy about cancel culture because we have folks like Noel Brown, if you ever heard of him before. He had an assault charge on his record, and he was able to go into Evo. But then you have a fella like Infiltration, who that whole situation, like, we know he's not that, but he had to go and buy a separate ticket with a separate name to just be able to go and watch Evo, not even play it. He spent the money to go to Evo to go see his friend. That's what he wanted to do.
Yeah.
And you know, it's just kind of
I get like wanting to have like a safe like space for people, but like at the same time I feel like that's what security that's what you hire security for, right? It's to make
exactly.
everything more safe and shit, right? It's like,
well,
you know.
but then if you add that, then we got guys like what happened at that European tournament with them just running up on stage and messing up those monitors. Like, all right.
Oh, that's a stupid Just Stop Oil or whatever the fuck it's called. Yeah, those dumb people. Yeah, that was always just like, dude, you just ruined a Tekken tournament. Congratulations, assholes. You know. Good job.
Exactly.
That way to save the planet.
Exactly.
Yeah. But yeah, I think we should probably wrap it up. I think James probably has to go soon.
Yeah, I do have a few things I have to take care of, but later I'll have time to play later if you guys want to get games in or something. But
yeah,
I
for sure.
have to
No
do
worries,
a couple
no worries.
family things, you know.
No, dude, we greatly appreciate it, man. Like you said, you got family stuff, and you still made the time for us. I really thanks so much. This was a blast.
Yeah,
it was a pleasure to talk to you for this whole time, man. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anytime, it was a pleasure. You know, getting to talk with you guys and hanging out. So, all right. Well, I'll see you guys later.
All right.
And, great night. How do I end this? There it is.
Oh, there you
Oh, whoop. It's all messed up. Let me fix it.
All
Okay, now we're good. Okay.
right, cool.
Well, man, that was awesome.
That was sick.
Man.
Yeah,
Yo,
I really enjoyed that. He had some crazy stories, dude. What the
Yeah?
fuck? Yeah.
He's
That was
the man to ask about all that shit.
What's up, Nako?
Dang.
I think if they're gonna ban him, do it over the TGE rigging stuff. The whole drama of the bad divorce sounds like him and his wife. Yeah, and it's weird that it gets like inserted into these like environments. It's like that's such a like personal thing, and now like obviously there was a charge, but it supposedly it never like it was like bullshit, right? I don't know. That's what I heard, right? And then in the court they said that it was cool or whatever. I don't know. It's just really weird. It's people get really vested in other people's business. You know?
Yeah.
I don't know. I just see it as like if you do something shitty at a tournament, then you're gone. That's it. And if you don't, then you're fine.
Right.
Yeah. I have no time to vet people before that case, you know? No one does. Yeah. But yeah.
But on that
was
note, should we wrap it up?
Yeah. Sounds good.
Sick.
Well, whoever wants to go can do the spiel.
Yeah, if you guys haven't already, follow these guys' social medias on Twitter. Follow their handle. And also follow James's channel. He's streaming right now to his normal channel on Onibaka Man, and he's also streaming to the YouTube channel. He's multi-streaming it to a lot of other places, so go follow him on those. Follow him on also follow the Blackistani Chronicles main channel on Twitch as well. That's also what he's streaming it that account to. And follow Blackistani Chronicles on Twitter and on YouTube. And on YouTube especially if you've missed the last couple of episodes and you're curious of what we're talking about, then you guys can check that out on YouTube. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you guys have a good night. David, have a good night.
Yep, this was a very, very nice podcast today.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, this was one of the really good ones, honestly. I had a lot of fun. Learned a lot of random stuff. That's crazy. Controller, you pad people, man. You guys are sneaky. Fuck.
Hey, I didn't even know about that.
Yeah, I had no idea, dude. God, I didn't know.
I was like,
like
what the fuck?
Thing. Yeah.
I never even thought about that once.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I'll catch you guys later. Peace.
Peace out.
Okay. Cool. Just me and this fucking that thing. All right. So, let me take a whiz real quick. Give me a second. Oh. Oh, fuck. Oh, shit. Okay. Okay. So. Okay. Wow, that was a fail. Alright, let's get back to business. Okay, I fucked up. So here's what I did wrong. I thought I was streaming to Blackistani Chronicles, and I wasn't the whole time. But that's okay. I will upload the VOD, and yeah, I fucked up, and so that's why the stream went out for a second, because I thought I was stopping Blackistani Chronicles. Yeah, I'll put the video on the drive so we can just upload it, and it's better quality anyway. So yeah, honestly, yeah, that was a bit of a fail. But that's okay. The VOD's at least on Onibaku Land, so, or Onibaku Man or whatever. And yeah. Damn. Anyway, let's get the fuck out of Windows. Let's see. It's 10:30. Damn. I sent you a Discord link? What, really? What? Why? Wait, no, I didn't do that. I didn't mean to do that. Wait, what? I must have clicked it like butt dialed it. When did I do? Just now? What the fuck? Yeah, okay, I'll that was weird. No, that's Anya's server. That's why it's not a big deal. Like, who cares, right? Like, that's Anya. I think I must have, like, butt dialed it. Yeah, I must have butt dialed it. Whoa. I don't know, man. Maybe I am getting hacked. Alright, well, that's Anya's server. If you ever want to join her tournaments, that's how you do it. Okay, anyway. So, what now? I guess it's 10. It's been 2 hours. That was a really good stream. I guess I should, you know, okay, so here's what I think makes sense. So, I've been playing the fuck out of Elden Ring, and I think it's smarter if I beat the base game, and then I take a break from it, and then do the DLC later. You know? Maybe that makes sense. Or just crush it. I don't know. I think that would make more sense for a bit, and then go back on a bit of a Tekken grind, and then finish off Elden Ring DLC, or continue it then. I don't know. We'll see. I put in a lot of time into Elden Ring, man. Elden Ring is it's a great game, but damn. Okay, let's go to Linux. And actually, we could take a quick break. Pal World with juicy mods is a great idea. I'm down for that. I will say though, my fire. So wait, I guess let's play some. Yeah, let's play some. I do kind of feel like playing Elden Ring, so let's play some Elden Ring. Or wait, hold up. I do have some shit I have to do. I'm not gonna lie. Tonight's Saturday night, yeah, because tomorrow people are coming over. Give me a second. Let me think. What is the plan now? I would be down this. If I was smart, I would just chill and then like get some shit done tonight. But I do feel like streaming, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, let's play some Elden Ring. I won't play for like 8 fucking hours like yesterday, but I'll play a little bit. I do feel like it. Alright, get away from me, Mr. Monkey Dude, or Sloth. Restart. Okay. Oh, and I have to change like stream titles and stuff. Forgot about that. That was a good one though. That was a really good podcast. I feel I was like in a like I was in the middle of, oh, wait a minute. No, I do have stuff I have to do. I have to do it right now. I completely forgot. I'm doing my laundry. Go figure. 2 hours is perfect. That's as long as a cycle would have done. Okay, I gotta do some stuff. I forgot about that. Because otherwise, if I don't do it, I don't have a bed to sleep in tonight. It's all bed sheets. So yeah, let's call it there. Sorry, I know I was gonna like do some more stuff, but you know, I forgot. Okay, fine, yeah. So the plan will be tomorrow I probably won't stream, and then the day after I'll come back on Monday. And I'll come back on Monday night. Monday onwards I'll be back on the grind. Back on being productive. Yeah. I'll probably like beat the base game, and then we'll see what we do from there. Alright, have a good night everybody. Let me go ahead and raid, I think. Let's see. Maybe someone who hasn't been raided in a while. Let's see. Someone that's like... let's do... It's scary to raid people playing this game, because God knows if they're playing... Wait. Very normal guts... Okay, yeah, she's in DLC, so that's... I have to avoid that. Wait, is this...
What they're running, they like it with the cast, they've used it with the Ash, but that's a really smart.
We'll just
map
raid.
pick,
You know
and
what?
then
Let's
hero
go
ban from-
SGP. Let's go raid SGP. I enjoy watching his streams after the fact. Let's go ahead. How the fuck do I do that though? Video dashboard. Yo, with the chat. Okay, /raid. There we go. Okay, guys. SGP is chilling. I think he's playing some games. I don't know what this game is, but one's human. I've seen him play this one. Anyways, have a good night. Thanks for chilling, guys. Peace, and I'll catch you guys later. Bye.